Welcome to this video in which we will look at 13 key points in the life of Nicholas of Cusa, who lived between 1401 and 1464, and a great visionary genius whom we can easily call the father of modern scientific thinking. He was a German cardinal, a Roman Catholic theologian, philosopher, and a great person who could visualize what we are today discovering in science. First of all, Nicholas of Cusa influence had a great impact on modern thought. He played a pivotal role in shaping the mindset of the modern world. He foretold later ideas in various fields, including philosophy, theory of mind, mathematics, cosmology, astronomy, and experimental science. Nicholas of Cusa was the first to challenge the dominance of ancient thinkers like Aristotle, marking a significant departure in human thought. Number two, he laid the foundation for early modern science. Living several generations before Copernicus and writing 2 centuries before Galileo, Cusa introduced a new method of scientific investigation. His idea laid the groundwork for modern science, emphasizing the relativity of perspective and the role of observer in measurement. These terms, like role of observer and all that we hear today in quantum physics. Number 3, he had a great influence on 20th century physics. Cusa's insight into the nature of reality anticipated the key concepts in 20th century physics, including Einstein's relativity and quantum physics. He emphasized the importance of awareness of the limit of human knowledge, especially the context of perceptual knowledge. Number 4, this is something very novel and great. He introduced a concept or a method called learned ignorance. Cusa believed that true learning involved recognizing one's own ignorance, similar to Socrates' philosophy. He received a mystical vision that inspired him to develop the concept of learned ignorance into a foundational text in the history of modern science. Here are some key points in Cusa's concept of learned ignorance. Human knowledge is always incomplete and finite. Next, we can never fully comprehend the infinite and the absolute truth. True knowledge lies in acknowledging our limitation and embracing our ignorance. Learned ignorance is not a state of stupidity or foolishness, but rather a state of humility and openness that allows us to approach the truth with a sense of awe and wonder. Learned ignorance can provide a foundation for faith and morality. Today, something as we go into artificial intelligence and ethical dimension of research, this is very important. Number 5, he believed that God's book and controlled experiment are the way to move forward. Cusa argued that knowledge could be obtained not only by the writings of philosophers, but also by studying God's works, by which he meant the works of nature. He proposed a method based on controlled experiment and accepting the limitations of human knowledge, asserting that perfect knowledge on earth is impossible. Number 6, role of perspective in knowledge. Cusa emphasized that perceptual knowledge is always perceptible, not comparable, and that recognizing these limits is essential to genuine scientific progress. He contrasted his approach with scholastic disputation and speculative metaphysics of classical philosophers, advocating for more empirical and mathematical methods. And number 7, theological foundation for science. Cusa argued that God used arithmetic, geometry, and astronomy in creating the world, providing a theological foundation for science. Now, you can always hear some resonance in our modern thinking with these terms of sacred geometry, astronomy, which is based on complexity of spaces. So, Cusa argued God used that particular methodology to create this world. He promoted the idea that experimentation and exacting measurement were essential to understand the laws of nature. Number 8, contribution to optometry and astronomy. Cusa's scientific method led him to study and correct visual deficiency, resulting in the invention of concave lens, eyeglasses, and advances in optometry. He made significant contribution in astronomy, challenging the geocentric model of the universe. Number 9, Cusa's departure from Aristotelian cosmology. Unlike Copernicus, who retained certain elements of Aristotle's geocentric model, Cusa declared that the Earth is not the center of the universe and that the universe has no absolute center. Number 10, finite yet unbounded universe. Cusa believed that the universe must be limitless and unbounded, reflecting God's majesty in creation but not infinite. He described the universe as a sphere with its center coinciding with its periphery, illustrating its unique nature. This particular concept is something which is very difficult to understand for ordinary people, because today we know that the observable universe is only due to our limitation of the type of instrumentation that we have. So, as he described the universe as a sphere with its center coinciding with its periphery, and beyond which lies another infinite space of the universe with whatever name you can call it. Number 11, mathematical mysteries of infinity. Cusa pioneered used symbolic logic and mathematical reasoning in science. He explored the concept of infinity within an imaginary or theoretical physics framework, emphasizing the role of understanding God's works. And number 12, belief in extraterrestrial life. Cusa rejected the idea of a privileged place in the universe and believed that the life exists elsewhere in the cosmos. This he is talking in the 15th century. He argued that there are many Earth-like planets inhabited by rational beings. And finally, number 13, a legacy in modern science. Nicholas of Cusa, a Roman Catholic cardinal, is recognized as a founding father of scientific method and a pioneer of multiple scientific concepts. His approach to knowledge through objective quantitative study of nature laid essential foundation for modern science. This was a man before his time. I wanted to share this with you just to let you know that apart from our rational thinking mind, the intuitive mind is so powerful that before you have concepts, before you have discoveries, here is a man who was able to visualize and conceptualize certain very advanced theories and concepts. Thank you for watching and listening, and have a great life.